Hello my friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. I am here today to share with you some Thrifty Thursday goodies. So Thrifty Thursday happens to be a collab, open collab, hosted by me where everyone's welcome to participate. All you need to do is just post your video on Thursday and use the hashtag Thrifty Thursday. Link my channel and make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Link my channel in your description box and just let people know, all about how it works and that I'm the host and have them come over to my channel and, subscribe and all that. All the instructions will be below too in case I forgot anything. But I received some Happy Mail and I went to a flea market. So I'm going to share those goodies with you today. And so first I received some Happy Mail from Northern Country Creations. That's Jodie. And I will link her channel below. And I really appreciate her sending me some goodies. What it was, she made a beautiful journal. And I'm going to try to remember to link that video below so you can watch that video because it is an amazing, amazing journal. I still have it on my, I've watched it a couple of times and I still have it on my watch later list so I can watch it again because it's just full of great ideas and really amazing things. So anyway, Jodie, she made this envelope and it's so pretty. There's some pretty thick paper that she made a envelope out of. It has little poodles on the back here. So pretty. And then here are the goodies from Jodie. So she, in this video, she showed the, and it was like an hour, maybe long video. And so at the end, she said, if you've watched this whole thing, let me know. And I want to send you something. So I let her know and, sent her a little message. And she did send me something so exciting. But this little calendar she sent, these are so cute. They're little, it's like a little stand-up calendar. It also has a magnet and just very vintage looking and so cute. And it has this little calendar on it. And so you have these little, I'll put this, I've kind of had, somebody sent me some of these once before. Not exactly like this, but something like this, and I put them in a journal just like this. So you can do that or use them in some other way, but then you have all these little pieces of, for the month, all these little calendar pages. So I think it's really cute and it's really beautiful. So thank you so much, Jodie. This was so exciting to get some goodies from you. And then this really cool vintage Valentine card for a teacher. Isn't it pretty? An apple. And it must have been maybe in a scrapbook, it looks like, at one time. But here's the inside, and it's one of these cards that opens up like this. You can see the aging there. And then it actually was signed by somebody, Pamela. Actually gave it to her teacher. But isn't that cute? And it's shaped so adorable. And then a couple of little coupon here. Thanks for renting National Car. So that is cool to put into a journal. Things like this, I love finding. If which kind of, it's actually kind of hard to find things like this, just random pieces of paper that are definitely ephemera that people usually don't keep. So very cool. S&H, it says there. S&H green stamps. So very cool. Trying to see if there's a date on here. I don't see one, but very cool. And this is a little card that she made. It says Fields Cotton Home there. And it's like a little fabric sample. And then she added this little bow here. So cute with some pipe cleaner, sparkly red pipe cleaner there. And the pretty bow, very Christmassy. And then also I love this, great idea. Another fabric sample type piece of ephemera. So you've got a Trivial Pursuit card here, or it says TV Trivia. It looks like Trivial Pursuit, kind of, but it says TV Trivia. And then a couple pieces of fabric here that are just, you can flip them up, and you could put something under here, or you could probably write right over this if you wanted to. It's not that, it's very fine print, so you could write right over that, and that would be pretty cool, I think. I would think that would be cute, just to write on it like that, and a little topper there. And it's held on all together with the topper and a little piece of, a little metal eyelet there. So that's a very great idea. I love how it's, kind of, they set each other off, where this one's kind of at a different, in a different spot. Like it's like that, or you can have it like that at an angle. I really like that. That's really cute. And then we have another fabric that she sent. She wrapped it onto an index card divider. So it's a cardstock index card divider. Underneath you see the little tab here. And then wrapped some fabric. It looks like a vintage sheet. Pretty vintage sheet. And then clipped it together with a safety pin and a little word or letter, kind of circle, cardstock circle there that has an S on it. So S for Sheree. So that was cute. Thank you, Jodie. That is such a good idea. I love the pin idea of holding it on the card with a pin like that. That is just so very classic, very vintage, very elegant looking. So very cool, very cool. Thank you. And then she sent me a pretty card here where she sent me a little note on the back and this pretty bird card. Isn't that pretty? So very cool. Thank you so much, Jodie. That was so nice of you to send me some goodies. I really appreciate it. And then I wanted to share with you some goodies I got at a flea market. So on Labor Day weekend, I went to, me and my husband, just kind of like spur of the moment. We didn't have anything planned, really. Well, we did have something planned for Monday, but not Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday, we decided to, Sunday night, he said he had heard about, I hadn't even heard about it, or I mean, I've heard of it before, but I've never been, and I didn't know or realize it was that weekend. So it was the Hillsville, Virginia flea market, and it's just supposed to be a giant flea market, and it is. So, and I had never been, and I had decided to go. We decided to go. Just we hadn't really taken a vacation this summer, and we don't really schedule. We usually go to Florida more in the fall or toward the winter to visit my parents, because we like to go to Florida when it's cold here, and you get a blast of warm air when you go to Florida, or warmer than it is here. So that's when we kind of take our vacations. But so we didn't go anywhere really this summer at all, and so we decided to go to this flea market. It's about hour and a half or so away from our house, so round trip about 3 hours or so. But so it wasn't a bad drive. And the only thing is, I didn't realize Hillsville is toward the Blue Ridge Mountains. So we saw the Blue Ridge Parkway, kind of signs pointing to it, and we saw it off in the distance, the Blue Ridge Mountains. And I didn't realize it was in the mountains or close to the mountains, because I don't like the mount. I love the mountains, but I don't like driving in the mountains. So it was we used our GPS on the way up, and didn't realize it was going to be taking us through these winding roads going up and around mountains, and they're very winding. You had to slow down to like 35 or 30 to get around these curves where there's like very steep drop off. So that was very stressful for me as far as looking out over the drop off cliffs. But on the way back, we took a different way where we could still see the mountains, but we were on more of a highway type of thing. So that was kind of funny. But it was a very fun flea market. And I only bought this from one vendor. There were tons of vendors there, but the prices were a little high. Like, I'm used to going to thrift stores, maybe some yard sales. Sorry, my voice is waking up this morning. But maybe some estate sales. And the prices were higher than I'm used to paying. So I was like, I don't know about this. But it was fun to walk around. And I got some craft ideas too. So the ideas were great because it was something, I got an idea for something that I make, but it was done a little differently. So I got to take a up close and personal look at some crafty items. Plus there were a lot of antiques and vintage things. So I ran across this one vendor right when we first got there. And it was like a junk. He had just tons of papery goodies. And just, it was like a junk journaler's dream come true, right? But he was charging out what I would say are outrageous prices. So a lot of these things he had picked up from his own, he said his family owned a canning factory. And when I think he said they sold it at one point, and he went in before they sold it, and he said they had thrown away tons of like labels and things, but he went in and was able to get some before they sold it or whatever they did. And so he had just tons and tons of beautiful things, and you can see it right here in these checks. So I got a few things, but I couldn't get, like I picked up a bundle of things. I thought he was going to give me a bundle price, like just say I picked up these checks, which I did. So you would think he would give me like a bundle price. No, he said they were $1 each. And I'm like, oh, type of thing. Like, and he wasn't coming off that. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not going to get any bargains here, but I did get a few things. So I thought these checks were really cool. See, they say Salter Canning Company ink canners. And they're just so cool. 1917. I mean, you could see why he would want $1 each, but he had a ton of these checks, like a couple of things like that wide, like 3 or 4 inches wide of these checks. And, he was going home with them. I doubt he sold too many because, at that price, who can, unless you're a collector, because I told him, I said, for what I use them for, I can't afford to pay that much, you know what I mean? Because it would make the journals too expensive. So, I just got a few things. I picked out them, because there were a lot of things that were more than $1 each, he wanted $3 or $4 each, and I was like, no. So, anyway, let me show you. These checks are all kind of like this, and I got this many right here. They're all from 1917 from the canning factory. And they have a little apple there too, which is cool. So really neat. And here's another one. Here's what they all look like. They all have a little kind of punch there and all the colors. And it's a check. See, they've got the cancellation stamp on the back. Someone signed it there, endorsed it. And so, yeah, they are really cool. And then I got this one little box that I found there. I guess it was never used, but it's flat. I'm not going to, I would use it just like this, flat. But it says headache and neuralgia tablets. But I thought that was really cool as far as, you hear about the medicine men that would travel around and try to sell people these crazy medicines that they had a long time ago. So this reminded me of that, and it's probably what that is. Professor Smith's headache and neuralgia tablets. So I thought that was really cool. He didn't have a bunch of those, but he had a bunch of these labels here. So I just got a few. Wilson's evaporated milk labels. These are actually cut from something, like some kind of newspaper or magazine. So some of these, I got a few of those. And see, I had picked out 20 things, so I spent $20. And then when I was walking away after I paid him, he gave me these labels right here. So I'll show you that in a second. There's a little coupon here. Florida Citrus Sale, little coupon. Cool. Now these are labels here that are probably from the canning factory that he's talking about. Florida Citrus Fruits. These were really pretty ones, I thought. These are kind of cardstocky, kind of thick too. So I thought those were cool. And then a few of these labels. Snyder Syrup Corporation Corp. Celery syrup. So 1 gallon. So very strange. Celery syrup. But see, they were never used. Very colorful. I don't know what you use celery syrup for. If it's just celery juice, maybe for flavoring and things. But anyway, I just thought they were pretty and something really unique and different. Here's a certificate. I thought this was pretty. It's like cardboard. And just the color and everything looked very pretty. Never used. It doesn't have, has blank day of blank 19 whatever. 19 blank. And apparently was never used. So I thought that was cool. And then these little, I only found one of these little packets of original kind of price tags. 2 for $7. And these are cardstock or cardboard. So I thought that was cool. I've never found anything like that before. So he had stuff like this, like just really cool stuff, but at $1 each or more, $3 or $4 each. I know there's just no way. I wasn't gonna, I wasn't gonna do that. So then I had bought these things right here. I think was what cost me $20, if you could believe that or not. I just had to get a few things though because they were so original. You know what I mean? So I just, and everything in his whole, I mean, he had a pretty good size booth there and everything in there was like that. Just so cool and original like that and so unique. So I paid my $20 and then he said, here you go. And he gave me these labels. He just picked them off at the table because he had a bunch of these too. And I mean, he had, a good stack of these and just picked up this little bundle here and gave it to me. So I was very thankful for that. I felt at least maybe I got my money's worth after he gave me these. So anyway, a whole stack of these tomato labels. So these could be, they're rather long this way, but they could be folded and put into a journal. I could reinforce them if I wanted to make them stronger and maybe make them into a pocket or something. And I think they'd be really cute as a little pocket or page into a journal, in a journal like this. And the other things, of course, I'll work with those too. But anyway, it was a fun day, a nice drive. I got to see the mountains. And so it was a good day. So thank you to Jodie again. And I will see you in my next video. I hope you enjoyed today's goodies. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you later. Have a great day.